Hi everyone. Our topic will be frequency of discrete probability distribution on UUM students watching movies per day. This is our group members Nurhana Zulaika, Muhammad Aimal Daniel, Rubitra. Introduction. Nowadays it can be said that most of the movies are quite interesting and have their special elements which make viewer want to watch the movie. In fact, all production of films success to make a good storyline and manage to produce good graphic in every scene where can attract the attention of the audience and give satisfaction to the audience. As of 2022, our country is still facing COVID-19 pandemic, so face-to-face activities are still not to be encouraged even all the surroundings are fully vaccinated. There also has higher chance to get this disease, so most of people have changing their hobby to watching movies. Dataset description. All the information about the dataset is retrieved from Google Form that we construct. The datasets refer to the 50 UM students that participated in this survey. These are the descriptions. Gender, age, semester, how many movies watched in a month, money spent for movies, how many hours you spend watching movies per day, times of student repeat watching the same movie, method students use watching movies, often watch movies in theatre, important factor for good movie, information about upcoming movies, satisfaction rate of movies nowadays, which is direction, location, music, moral and common sense. There are 4 quantitative questions. These are the attributes. Data analysis. In this project, we are using 2 graphical representations and 2 numerical summaries such as mean and standard deviation. Hence, we use pie chart and bar chart to express our data. Then we use the data to execute the sample mean and standard deviation to represent the numerical summaries. Pre-processing result. Table 1. Gender of the respondents. There are 13 male respondents and 37 female respondents. Figure 1 shows the majority of the respondents are female with 74%, while male contributes with 26%. Total sample are 50 respondents. Table 2. Age of respondents. They are age 19 until 55 and others. These are the respondents for each age. Figure 2 shows the age of the students participated in this survey. The highest frequency is 21 with 34% and then followed by 22 with 26%. Then for age 20, there are only 12%. Both age for 23 and 24 years have same percentage with 10% and the lowest is 4% with age 25 and 19 years. There are no respondents for age others. Table 3 current semester of respondents. There are 1 to 6 semester. These are the respondents for each semester. Figure 3 represents the current semester of the respondents. From the survey, semester 1 is the most frequency with 50%, then followed by semester 3 with 18%. After that, there is 12% respondent answer for semester 5 and 10% from semester 4. Hence, there are 6% of respondents are in semester 6 and the rest are on semester 2 with 4%. Table 4. How many movies watched in a month by respondents? Less than 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25 and more than 25. These are the respondents for each category. From the survey, it can be said that 46% of respondents watch movie below 5 movies in a month. Then it was followed by 6 to 10 movies per month, 30%. For 11 to 15 and 16 to 20, it shows that both are having same percentage of respondents, which is 8%. Then there are only 6% of respondents watch movie for 21 to 25 movies in a month, and the rest with 2% watched movie over 26 movies. Table 5. Money spent for movies. 20 ringgit to 40 ringgit, 40 ringgit to 60 ringgit, 60 ringgit to 80 ringgit, 80 ringgit to 100 ringgit, and more than 100. So these are the respondents for each. Figure 5 demonstrates how much money that usually students spend for movies. As it shows, most of students spend their money from 20 ringgit to 40 ringgit. Meanwhile, one student spends more than 100 ringgit for watching. Table 6. Frequency of students watching movies. These are the frequency: 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. Figure 6 shows the frequency of students watching movies. According to the survey, 54% of the students like to watch movies for 2 hours. Meanwhile, 32% of students spend 4 hours watching movies. Next, 6% of students spend 6 hours. And finally, the rest of students spend 8 hours watching movie with a percentage of 8%. Table 7 times of students repeat watching the same movie. 0 until 4. Figure 7 shows how many times of students repeated watching the same movie. According to the survey, 46% of the not watched the same movie on repeat. Meanwhile, 36% of students watched one time for same movie. Next, 14% students watched 2 times and 4% of students watched 4 times for the same movies. Table 8. Methods students use for watching movies. The methods are data, Wi-Fi, downloaded movies, and television. Figure 8 shows methods students use for watching movies. According to the survey, 46% of students used Wi-Fi to watch movies. Next, 26% of students use data. Meanwhile, 20% of students watched downloaded movies. Lastly, which has the lowest percentage is 8% of students use television to watch movies. Table 9 often watch movies in theater. Once a month, twice a month, frequently, or not at all. Figure 9 demonstrates how often students watch movie in the theater. The majority of 40% of students watch movies once a month in theater, while the least 14% of students watch movies twice a month in theater. Meanwhile, 28% of students not at all watch movies in the theater. Table 10 important factor for a good movie: acting, directing, writing, cinematography, and music. Figure 10 shows the aspects that is most important factor. According to the data collected, 54% of students believe that acting is the most important factor for a good movie. Meanwhile, directing and music have the same least percentage of 6%. Writing has 22% of students' response, while cinematography has 12% of responses. Table 11. Information about upcoming movies. How they get information about upcoming movies: newspaper, poster, social media, internet survey. Figure 11 shows students' preference to get information about upcoming movies on cinema. 84% of students choose social media, which is Instagram, Facebook, and etc., as their preferable choice to get information. Meanwhile, no students choose newspaper, and only 4% of students choose poster as preference to get information. Table 12. Satisfaction rate of movies nowadays. Direction. We have 5 types of satisfaction: poor, average, good, very good, and excellent. Figure 12 demonstrates the satisfaction rate of the direction of the movie. 50% of students satisfied by choosing very good rate, while poor rate is not chosen by any of the students. The excellent rate for the satisfaction is 32%, and only 4% of students choose an average rate, while 14% choose a good rate. Table 13. Satisfaction rate of movies nowadays. Location. Figure 13 demonstrates satisfaction rate for the location of a movie. Majority 44% of students satisfied by choosing very good rate, while poor rate is not chosen by any of the students. The excellent rate for the satisfaction is 38%, and only 4% of students choose an average rate, while 14% choose a good rate. Table 14. Satisfaction rate of movie nowadays for music. Figure 14 demonstrates satisfaction rate for the music of movie. Majority 48% and 40% of students satisfied by choosing very good rate and excellent rate, while poor and average rate is not chosen by any of the students. 4% of students choosing good rate for music. Table 15. Satisfaction rate of movies nowadays for moral. Figure 15 demonstrates the satisfaction rate for the moral of movie. Majority 40% and 38% of students satisfied by choosing very good rate and excellent rate, while poor is not chosen by any of the students. 2% of students choose an average rate, and 20% of students chosen for good rate for moral. Table 16. Satisfaction rate of movies nowadays. Common sense. Figure 16 demonstrates satisfaction rate for the common sense of a movie. Majority 38% and 30% of students satisfied by choosing very good rate and excellent rate, while poor rate is not chosen by any of the students. 6% of students choose an average rate and 26% of students choose a good rate for the common sense. Analysis result. Based on a survey that has been conducted on 50 students of UUM, two attributes have been chosen, which are how many times students repeat watching the same movie in a month and how many hours students spend watching movies per day. By using the data that have been obtained, mean and standard deviation of a discrete random variable have been calculated. Frequency of discrete probability distribution of UUM students spends watching movies per day. So the frequency is for 2 hours 27, for 4 hours 16, for 6 hours 3, and for 8 hours is 4. So these are the calculations. Px is 0.54, 0.32, 0.06, and 0.08. And Px multiplied with x, you get this. And x square. X 2468 square, you get 4, 16, 36, and 64. So x square times Px. X square times Px. You get this. 4 times 0.54, 2.16, and followed by the rest. 5.12, 2.16, 5.12. The mean is 3.36. Thus, the hours students spend watching movies per day is expected 3.36 times per day. The mean is the total x times px, 3.36. Standard deviation, square root of x squared times px minus x px squared. So the standard deviation will be 1.81. Times of discrete probability distribution of students UM repeat watching the same movie. This is the table. The frequency for each category. Px, x times px, x times px, x square, this is the x and square of it, x square times px, x square times px, you'll get this. So the total of x times px, the total of x square times px. The mean U is 0.80, thus how many times students repeat watching the same movie is expected to 0.80 times per month. So the mean, the total of x times px. Standard deviation. Square root of x square times px minus x times px square. So the standard deviation will be 0.96. Hypothesis test shows that the UM students claims that the average they spend watching the same movie on repeat per month is 0.80 times. A random sample of 50 taken from students produced a mean of 0.80 times with standard deviation of 0.96 times. With 5% significant level, we test the hypothesis whether the mean of the watching the same movie by the students is different 0.80 times or not. Solution for 5% significant value. Step 1. 0.8. Mean time is 0.8. So mean is not equal to 0.8. Step 2. 5% significant level or alpha equals to 0.05. Step 3. Compute test statistic. This is the formula. 0.8 minus 0.8 divided by 0.96 square root of 100. Step 4. The test is two-tailed. A divided by 2, 0.05 divided by 2, 0.025. So critical value of Z 0.025, negative 1.96 and 1.96. Step 5. The value of Z equals to 0. It is similar than critical value. It's all in the non-rejection area, so do not reject. At the 5% significant level, the data provides sufficient evidence to conclude that the mean watching the same movie on repeat by student is not different from 0.8 times. Conclusion. The main purpose of this study was to study how often UM students watching a movie per day. In summary, frequency of probability distribution on UM student watching movies per day is female students. Age of 21 is the highest number of students. The mean time students spend watching movies is 3.36 hours. Standard deviation is 1.81 hours. That's all from us. Thank you.